Alright, what's good YouTube? Welcome back to a new video. I appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate it for clicking on the video today. For today's video, we're going to be ranking every single map in Black Ops 6. Now, I will preface by saying we are only doing launch maps and we're excluding all of the DLC and face-off maps. I just feel like for the sake of this video, I just wanted to do the 12 core 6v6 maps that we got on launch. Like I said, I know we got 16 technically maps at launch of this game, with Nuketown coming a week later. I don't really count the face-off maps just because I feel like they were designed for brain rotty, spawn trappy, face-off gameplay. Like those maps, I spent a lot of time on them this year due to the camo grind. If you guys want me to make a separate video highlighting all of the DLC maps or maybe all of the face-off maps, I'll definitely do that if you guys enjoy this video. For the sake of this video, we're doing the 12 core maps that launched, the 6v6 maps only. So with that being said, let's just get into it. Starting with Babylon. This was the Nuketown, the shipment, the dome of this game, if you will. The small map that everyone wanted to play. The design is simple, chaotic. There was an issue with domination spawns at the beginning of this year, but after that fizzled out, this was by far one of the best maps in the game. It was the 1v1 map, the bot shooting map. Obviously, Nuketown took over that when it got added a week later, but in my opinion, Babylon remains solid, so for that reason, Babylon gets S tier. Number 2 on our list is Derelict. Derelict is one of those maps that when you first play it, you really dislike it or don't know how to feel about it, or at least I did. And throughout the year, it started to grow on me. I don't know if that's just because I didn't play it much, and still at this point in the year, I don't feel like I truly played this map as much as I played other maps. But for modes like Domination, 10v10, this map was actually pretty fun. You could put teams in the ultra spawn trap, and I dropped my best game of the year on this map. I don't think the design was anything special, but it was fun to play. So for that reason, I think Derelict deserves B tier. Moving on to Lowtown. Water, 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 water. Get rid of the water. No, but in all seriousness, the map design itself isn't bad. I think it may be a little too big, but you have this awkward thing on one side of the map with the water, and then the whole one side has a zip line you can zip up from the water into the 2-story broken building. The map just didn't flow well in my opinion, and for that reason, Lowtown, I'm sorry, you're going in D tier. Payback. This map was only in the game due to being the safe house for the campaign, which I feel like they really pushed this aspect of the campaign. If you guys didn't play it, you could train here, level things up, find Easter eggs. All being on this map, they decided to call Payback. I think this was another head bashy, small brain rot map, and it was fun. I just don't feel like they put much thought into the design of this map, as it was just taken from the campaign. With all that being said, I think the map is still solid. For that reason, we're going A tier for Payback. Next up, we have Protocol. Not my favorite this year due to, yep, you guessed it, the zip lines. But design-wise, wasn't terrible. I just don't care for, again, the zip lines. The whole underground portion of this map just made it very weird and awkward in objective-based game modes, especially Search. You have that whole outer rock side with the helicopter. The map just didn't feel like it had very good flow to me, so for that reason, Protocol, D tier. Red Card. If I was making this video in the first month of BO6, Red Card would easily be an F tier by itself, but it's grown on me slightly, I can't lie. I still think the map is too big and is just boring to play. It's really hard to see people on this map, and again, I think the biggest thing is that it's just too big. So for that reason, Red Card, I'm sorry, you're going D tier. Rewind. Color-wise, one of the best maps we have this year. I love the vibe of this map, but from a gameplay perspective, it's horrible. It's 2 long streets with a main building and a couple other buildings. Now, you might be thinking, okay, that's most COD maps, but if you've played Rewind, you know what I'm talking about. It just doesn't flow well. You feel like you're playing running down the street simulator. Rewind, D tier. Scud. This might be a hot take, but I really like this map. Outside of the huge satellite people camp in like it's the Nuketown windows, I think the map makes sense and has flow to it unlike most of the maps in Black Ops 6. I've liked this map since the beginning, and I know I've seen people really bash this map, but I really enjoy it. Maybe it's because I feel like I've played it a decent amount compared to the others, but Scud, you get an A from me. Skyline. The marketing map. While I do feel like this map was designed solely to have operators omni dive out of the glass into the water so Treyarch could have a clip for their trailer, I do think this map is fun. It does the weird underground thing with the zip line, but it's hectic and the vibe of the map is really cool. Design wise, I do think it has some flaws, but Skyline, you get an A from me. Subsonic. My personal #1 map for Black Ops 6, and it has been the whole year. I think if you eliminate the button operated doors, this map is godlike, even though it is already. This is the only map, probably outside of maybe Babylon, that really felt and played like an OG Call of Duty map. I don't know what it was, but the map flowed so well. I don't even think looking at the overhead design you would think that the map would play as well as it did, but it's incredibly fun every time I play it, so Subsonic, S tier. Second to last, we have Vault. I don't know how to feel about this map. Search obviously is abysmal on this map. Objective modes really aren't the best either. If you played the campaign, you would remember this mission, and I just feel like this was another that copy and pasted from the campaign with a few changes. I could be completely wrong, and maybe they have the design of the MP map first and then change it for campaign, but knowing how the map design has been the past few years, with them just taking areas of Warzone maps and making them MP maps, it just leads me to believe that Vault was another map that was just altered to try and work for MP. With all that being said, I don't think Vault was terrible, but it wasn't the best. For that reason, Vault, you're getting B tier. Finally, we have Vorkuta. I'm gonna be honest, guys, snow maps just don't hit like they used to. I think the design of Vorkuta is really good. Overhead reminds you of an OG COD map, but people just don't like the snowy maps anymore. This was another map that I feel like I didn't play nearly as much as some of the others this year, but I think Vorkuta, for what it's worth, is pretty solid, so for that reason, you're gonna be alone in C tier. I think the overall impression that I got from the maps this year was that some were okay, most of them were pretty mid and forgettable. Like, I don't think I'm gonna be 2 years down the road and be like, oh, remember playing on Red Card, remember playing on Skyline. Like, sure, these maps are okay, but granted, they could have been way better, and it was like the main thing that a lot of people were complaining about this year. If you guys made it this far in the video, I really appreciate it. Leave a like, drop a comment, let me know your favorite map in Black Ops 6 this year. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.